Thanks, G and Z, for inviting me. So glad to share my experience with the students here. So let me firstly share my screen. The topic that I chose for this presentation is about the new trends in finance. So generally speaking, that if you attend any type of business school with a major, you're going to follow one of these five disciplines, mainly related to accounting, taxation, corporate finance, banking, or investment management. But the trends that we are observing right now in the market is that this knowledge wouldn't be, let's say, very sufficient to secure a very successful career in the future. So you need to have some complementary skills to increase your employability. And those are about the new trends in finance that I want to talk about it. So I created this triangle here. So uh, I observed three main trends in finance. Some of them related to technology, some related to data, and some related to ESG. And I'm going to talk about each of them in the slides to come. But why there are new trends? Because mainly this type of elements are in their embryonic or growth stages, and they are not as developed as the other disciplines in finance. And so there is lots of capacity to utilize, and that's going to be actually an opportunity for young people, because if you increase the knowledge level that you have in each of these domains, then you can claim expertise in the future. The first one, I think if I increase the size, maybe you can better it in a, yeah, is about tech-driven finance. We are living in the world that people are tech savvy. So, and when I say people, I mean customers, employees, companies. So, for example, right now, lots of transactions are based on mobile, and we use apps for that. For example, three-quarters of all banking activities are done on cell phones. And people are really attached to their phones that one word is going to show the fear of losing cell phones. The second element in this category is about automation of financial tasks, especially related to accounting tasks. So a new domain is popping out and about the robotic process automation, or RPA. So I've noticed that some startups are working on these parts to automate the accounting parts of the job. So then there will be a question mark in the future for the accounting jobs. Another stream is about hybrid cloud environment, which has a characteristics of private and corporate clouds. But you can think it in another way, that some companies prefer to have a kind of hybrid cloud with their suppliers and customers as well. So we are going to see a kind of horizontal integration between companies, suppliers, and customers. And they may going to go and share some financial data in these platforms as well. The other evolution that we observe in this category is related to blockchain technology. And the idea is just to increase the security in digital payments, but some other peoples are using this technology to create crypto assets as a method of payment and storing value. So as you can see, these elements can contribute to all domains of finance related to accounting, taxation, corporate finance, banking, and investment management. So if you want to focus on this part of the new trends, you need to learn something about app developments or automation, cloud-based services, cryptos, and blockchain. Second trend that can be observed is related to data-driven finance, and it's just a kind of introduction of data science into finance. And data science is just a merger between statistics and artificial intelligence, and right now machine learning. And they have a motto and saying that we are going to torture the data long enough confess. Okay. And this type of data sciences are used in finance to process big data quickly and accurately. Also to predict the actions of customers, firms, markets, governments. Just think of, for example, for providing cash flow statements. If you can use this big data, so you can actually increase the accuracy of generating a cash flow statement as a kind of pro forma cash statement. Or even in the corporate, talk about merger and acquisition, or you want to actually buy a new company or launch a new project, you need to consider the future cash flows, cash inflows and outflows. So this type of actually data-driven finance can give you a better estimation about the type of cash inflow or outflow you may expect. Also, they are going to help to improve the loan underwriting, microfinancing, and credit rating. And when it comes to banking sector or taxation, they are going to help to prevent fraud as well, and also to manage business and financial risk. Again, this type of developments are going to affect all domains of finance. If you are interested in this trend of finance, you can follow the trend, the developments in skills related to Python or Stata, eViews, Power BI, Orange, and Excel. And then I'm going to jump on the last trend that I'm going to share with you. This is a very new trend, and I can say that this one is in the embryonic stage. There are lots of question marks that how we can use environmental, social, and corporate governance elements in finance. So generally speaking, ESG is about a firm's collective conscientious for social and environmental factors. There are lots of topics related to it, including climate change, sustainable finance, responsible investment, sustainable value chain, and so on. And these ESGs are not actually right now part of the financial reporting, and they are not mandatory to report it. Some companies actually are doing that, but it is highly likely that we see these ESG metrics as a part of compulsory financial reporting very soon. And this is just because that some investors, especially institutional investors, are asking that from the companies. For example, this year we had a letter going from Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, which is the largest fund in the world. They are managing $9,000 billion US. And each year Larry Fink sends a letter to CEO of the companies that BlackRock has a share in them. And in this year letter, Larry Fink that the CEOs need to consider the ESG metrics. So you can actually surf the web to read the letter that he wrote to the CEOs, and you see that the emphasis on ESG metrics is something unprecedented. So and it's going to leave a huge impact on the business in the near future. So if you want to develop your skills related to this one, ESG investing, ESG reporting, and ESG regulations are like the main trends that you can follow. Also, the CFA Institute has a specific certificate related to that, and it's called ESG investing. So if you're interested, you can also follow that part. And that's my presentation.